Hello. Okay. I hope this doesn't end itself early. I don't know how much storage I have actually. I really don't know. My name is Thomason Adele. I don't want to show too much chest. I don't want to show any chest. I'm just in a robe. Um, it is February 9th, 2025. I feel like my voice is sounding deeper than it is because it's late. I'm not trying to seduce you. Um, I'm 22. I almost said 23 because I'm turning 23 in 26 hours, something like that. The time currently is 8:30 p.m. Sunday, February 9th. Follower counts. I was actually thinking about that because what is a barometer that we use to decide the follower count? Like, it's TikTok? No, it's Instagram. And it's been Instagram for a while. Is that going to be continued to be Instagram? To even check Instagram, I have to do a mindful thing. It's actually a bit now. Someone send me a meme and it's like, oh, give me 20 minutes. I have to solve Rubik's Cube before I can open Instagram, and I suck at Rubik's Cubes. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. I'm going to use that. Don't be afraid to give up good for the great. Instagram follower count 2,700, 2727. So that's up. That's it. What are you working on? I'm working on an album currently, and yeah, I'm also working on just being better. I don't know. I feel like that's just gonna be something I say forever. But yeah, what advice would I give to myself a year from now? Probably the best thing is, what advice would I give myself last year? To me, like a year ago, it would probably be something pretty similar. Honestly, really focus on getting better and believe in yourself, because no one else will. There might not be anybody else believing in you. You have to. Who inspires you the most? Um, this is the question. Who inspires me the most is honestly my current lock screen, Lin Manuel Miranda. How do I turn? This is Lin Manuel Miranda. Um, this is him. It's 8:32, as you can see. So that is the person that inspires me the most. And the follow-up question was, do you want to meet him? And the answer is, I absolutely do not want to meet this man. I feel like if I was in the same room as him, I just don't want to be there. I feel like you don't want to meet your idols. This is just like, part of me is like, oh, like I will never be good enough to even like. It's not like I don't want to meet him. That I don't want to meet him like this. I'll be super honest. I even procrastinated this video because I was like, I don't want. Part of me was being lazy. I'm honestly, so far, I'm having a great time. I really am. Part of me was like, okay, I don't want the version of me that watches this in a year from now, or 5 years from now, to see me this low. Because I'm just like, part of me is like, I overate, I didn't do really great workouts. I didn't do that much great work. I didn't make the efforts and the progress I wanted to make and the things I wanted to do. But then again, I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to meet Lynn. Lynn, please stay away. If he was close by, I would run. I don't want to meet him. He's not like, it's not the thing is, I feel like he's a great person. Probably he's an amazing person. I feel like he can't see me like this. It's not finished yet. Favorite movie / TV show. Interestingly enough, I was just watching. I feel like my favorite movie, perhaps, is. I really love the feeling of Studio Ghibli movies. Like the feeling of just like sitting and just sitting. Not even like. I feel like I'm a very objectively focused person, where it's like, if there's a goal, let's freaking get it. But I feel like Ghibli movies are like the exact opposite of my nature, because a lot of times there isn't an objective. Sometimes there isn't even necessarily conflict. It's just, so a lot of times it's just a vibe. That, or I was watching Tick Tick Boom. I actually just watched it. Probably, I'm doing a thing where I rewatch it close to my birthday. My birthday is in 2 days, by the way. And yeah, that's a thing. What are you looking forward to? I don't know what I did when I wrote these questions. What am I supposed to be looking forward to? What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to going to see Bibadoobie in April. That's fun. I'm looking forward to when my cousins come over in the summer. That's cool. I'm looking forward to making good music. I'm gonna get a drum set. I was supposed to actually have a drum set by the time I made this video, but I didn't. I don't. I'm looking forward to getting a drum set and like getting good and getting a bass guitar and getting good at recording instruments and getting good at writing songs. I feel like there's so much further I can develop my skills, and I'm really looking forward to that. What have you learned recently? What have I learned recently? I think I learned a childhood wound I once had, which was, this is the most random thing. I was literally eating in like this downtown core area, and everyone was like buying food around me, but I brought food from home that I microwaved at the office and then sat down, and took me right back to the moment in the first, second, third grade, bringing my African Nigerian food over to people that don't understand the culture, and it's just like, ew, what is that? And it literally brought back a childhood wound. Nobody was judging me in that moment. Everyone was minding their business, but I was like, wow, like first of all, why am I ashy? Second of all, why did I feel in that moment even a tiny bit insecure to eat the food I made, like the jollof I made that I know was amazing? Why did I feel that way? And it's literally like the third grade version of me that was just bullied for freaking eating jollof rice. Why is the rice bread? Leave me alone. Dream person to perform with. Honestly, I feel like I wrote these questions without an answer. I always have first of all, the future you that's reading this, that's listening to this, I have so much trust in you, because I had so much trust in myself I had so much trust in myself to answer these questions, and I don't know the answers to them. I'm gonna sit and think. Actually, I have all the time in the world. I can just edit this out. I'll speed up my thinking. Don't know. Part of me just wants to just say Lynn, Miranda, but I don't know. The thing is, I feel like there's so many people I'd love to perform with. I mean, like Dream. I don't know. I'll come back to that one. I really have to. What's your relationship with documenting the process? When I wrote these questions, I was like, this year I'm going to start making content. I've not made very much content at all. I feel like I have a terrible relationship with documenting the process. I haven't been doing it. The most I've done was take a picture. And I feel like journaling. Is journaling count as documenting the process? Yes, it is. Because I feel like it's documenting a part of the process. It's documenting a lot of the thoughts peripherally that's around it. Sometimes it's a direct thought, sometimes just the peripheral thoughts of where you physically were mentally. Physically were mentally, doesn't make any sense. But part of me wants to just sit down and work on the thing and then talk about the thing when the thing is done. But I feel like it's like you have to document it for yourself too. Like you have to document it for you. Maybe this is me doing it right now. I don't know. We'll see. What's your biggest fear? My biggest fear is freaking failure, bro. Why would you even ask me that? I feel like I don't like how these questions are getting. I feel like I literally wrote these questions as if someone else was gonna answer them, because I have no intention to answer what my biggest fear is. Why would I tell you what my biggest fear is? Definitely failure, but like that's not even an option. I feel like it's almost not a fear, because it's like, why would you do that? Maybe losing someone close. I don't want to think about that. What's wrong with you? Are you going to post this video? Honestly, might not see the light of day. Might not see the light of day. Sorry, bro. Are you single? Why are you like? Come on. Are you really asking that? Is that really your question, bro? Like, come on. Who was the top of your Spotify Wrapped? I did this. Did I even know who was on top of my Spotify Wrapped? I think I made this not knowing who was on top of my Spotify Wrapped. The top of my Spotify Wrapped is Beepa Doobie. She was number one. Interestingly, Birds of a Feather was the number one song, which I was surprised it wasn't Beaches. I love Beaches. I think number 2 and 3 were Billy, and maybe Olivia, and then I think Michael Jackson was there, and there was someone else. I think Lin-Manuel was in the top 5. It's Lin-Manuel, come on. But yeah, that was my top artist. Yeah. What's your favorite musical? My favorite musical is definitely Hamilton. I asked this as if I didn't know. I can talk about Hamilton forever. I can literally talk about Hamilton till the end of time. Hamilton is my favorite musical, hands down. I feel like I haven't watched that many musicals. I feel like I've watched a bunch of musicals, and I love musicals. But I feel like I haven't watched enough musicals. I feel like musicals are hard to watch, because either you have to watch like the stage play of it, or you have to watch. There's a lot of musicals I've listened to numerous times. Like I've listened to Les Mis probably over maybe a couple dozen times, but I've never seen a single second of the actual stage play. I've only listened to it while I was running, and I didn't know what Lovely Ladies was about. Lovely Ladies. I thought that was a song about lovely ladies. And then one time during the run, after I've probably already heard it a dozen times, I actually listened to the lyrics. I'm like, oh, this song is not about lovely ladies. No. Favorite food right now? My favorite food, honestly, I might just say steak and broccoli, Mo. Like, honestly, for my birthday, I was thinking, honestly, I might just eat steak, broccoli, and shrimp. Oh my goodness. Oh, medium steak with some soft broccoli, maybe a little bit of baked potato, and then some shrimp, sweet shrimp, tiny onions. um, what's next? That's the question. The next question I put is what's next. I don't know why I put that question there. But what's next, honestly, right now is to get a drum set, get a bass guitar, get everything. It's everything that we need to. I want to have be able to do a full jam here and to make all of the things and just to get good at all the things and also like developing the skills. Like I don't want to put trust in the gear and the equipment because it's like I want to develop the skills personally and the competencies and the talent because I feel like I am lacking in some areas, being humble but honest. What are you struggling with most right now? Honestly, overindulgence in social media usage. I think it gets too bad when you start bringing your phone into the bathroom with you. Like it'll be up when I'm in the shower. It doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be there. And it's too much. I think it's a bit much. I feel like I've noticed I'm a little bit more low energy than I was when I started this interview. It's because these damn questions. Describe yourself next year. Honestly, next year, I am smarter, more competent, more skillful, more handsome. It's hard to beat this, but I trust you. I want to. I feel like there's no way I can describe it without just saying better. But I feel like there's a better. I was gonna say a better way I can approach answering this question, but cyclical problems. I feel like weirdly enough when I read my journal from previous years, it's nothing like it's. I think what I'll do actually is I'll read February 9th. I'll read it from last year. That's actually gonna be kind of scary, but we'll do that. What I noticed is that not much changes. Sometimes I'll read something I wrote last year. It's kind of weird. Sometimes I read something I wrote last year and I was like, wow, whoever wrote that is really wise. Because I'm just not to guess anything up. But I'll read something I wrote like a year or 2 years ago. I'm like, wow, this was really good advice. Like whoever wrote this has a good head on their shoulders. And then other times I'll look back at the problems I was facing last year and I'm like, why has nothing changed? Okay, why do I feel like I'm in the same position? Non-musical aspirations. Okay. I'm actually happy sometimes I ask these questions and I put cues reminding myself what I was thinking. Bro, I want there to be an entire arena full of people in robes. Now, I have only the best intentions when I say that because I think robes are an excellent pair of clothing and that everyone would enjoy and have a genuinely better life if they wore robes more often, and if we even made robes something that you can wear outside of the house and have it not be a big deal, right? But I was made aware of a potential problem of people going to a concert in a robe, but they would show up to the concert without clothes under their robe. To that I say you are disgusting. No, I was just like, because that didn't cross my mind. I was like, okay, people are just gonna wear robes to the concert because we all love robes. I thought that's what we all decided to do. But then I was brought to my attention that there was a possibility that people would not wear clothes under the robes. And to that I say people already don't wear clothes under their current clothes. So what now? But besides that, yes. Biggest life hack. Honestly, the biggest life hack. That's a big life hack. I want to say one big life hack is waking up at 4 in the morning. I've been waking up at 4 in the morning. I don't want to say it's called. I don't think it's really not a life hack. It kind of. I won't say it sucks. I love the feeling of getting stuff done early. and like it being noon, and it's like, oh, I got a lot of shit done. Honestly, the biggest life hack is going to bed on time. That's what I'll say. Cause geez Louise, golly, waking up early is not like going to bed on time. That's hard. Waking up early is easy. Getting up on time is hard, and waking up at 4 o'clock is hard when you were getting to bed at 11 and it's already 9 o'clock and I'm waking up at 4 o'clock anyway tomorrow and I have work, but it's okay, cause yeah, you should really wait until your plants are at 20%, around 20% dry before you water them a lot of the time, because they don't like to sit in wet soil. The plants like to be watered thoroughly, and then they like to dry out almost completely, and then they like to be watered. That is my biggest life hack, and also my best advice. And also, houseplants sometimes just make things feel less sad. That's what I'll say. I love the studio setup I have right now. I just love it. Like, I literally looked at it earlier. I'm like, wow, this is great. Like, I'm having a great time here. Not always productive, personally. That's a personal issue. Yeah, okay, now I'm supposed to close it off by reading what I wrote today in my journal. So I'm going to do that. I don't know. The thing is, I wrote a song called Diary, and I'm writing an album called But You Know What It's Going to Be Called already when it's out. But I don't know if, I don't call it a diary. I've never called it a diary. I feel like diary, journal. I feel like the word diary is more musical. Like the word diary has more musical places you can take it. Diary, and it has really nice syllables. The I and the and the re, and you can play around with them. Die or die. Like, you play around the vowels with diary versus journal. Or no. Or journaling. Journaling doesn't hit like diary does. This is actually a box we got from TikTok that we decided to put all our journals in. Let's open it up. First of all, let me just show you all what's in here. This is apparently a picture of me as a baby. This is a baby picture. There's like words that were written on pen on it. That's recently, I think it says my name, Thomason. I think it says this is Thomason, but it is very much gone. It's very much faded. But apparently it's me. Yeah. This is Dara and I in LA when I was in the 7th grade. And also I will mention that I actually didn't put pictures on here on purpose. Like, I was not my plan. I just had nowhere else to put them. But I'm realizing it's kind of cute putting pictures in here. Maybe I'll do that. That's so weird. That was not my plan was not to show you guys pictures, but they were just on top of the other journals. This is us in LA. Interestingly enough, I still have this Barca shirt, and I wear it very regularly. I have not purchased any fitness clothing. Like, I literally, first of all, I used to play soccer back in the day, and every season we would just get a shirt and we get shorts. So I feels wrong for me to go out and purchase like a new set of something, of anything, because I just have so much. Like, I have a volume of all of the school teams, club teams, and side projects of soccer that I just have things from. I was probably supposed to give those back a lot of times, but here we are. These pictures are terrible, but I feel like, I don't know. These are some grad pictures of the 12th grade grad pictures. First of all, the quality on here is actually not bad, isn't it? New iPhone 16, isn't it? I feel like by the time I watch this, like 17's out. Soon it's looking like iPhone, like I don't know. These are other grad pictures. These ones are not. It's me and a soccer ball. FC Barcelona soccer ball. This is the previous book, started February 7th, 2024. So I'm going to read until the point where it becomes inappropriate for me to read, if that's okay. I'm going to read, and then where it's like, I'm not going to say everything, bro. There's some things y'all can't know. This is the first thing I wrote. Wednesday, February 7th, 2024, 11:37 p.m. Journaling really serves as an interesting barometer for time. 200 days from now, it'll be August 25th, 2024. Wow, it's long past that. Hello to me, August 1st. I know you'll be doing splendid. 200 days ago was July 22nd, 2023. Look at life. We could talk about how we've been lacking recently. Damn. Due to blank, blank, blank. Stealing all our precious time from us. By this time, Journal ends. Sozin's comment may be already be happened. Okay, Sozin's comment was essentially me preparing for the fact that the studio space I was going to be working in would no longer be available due to unforeseen circumstances that I was having to plan ahead on behalf of. And Sozin's comment, we're actually really interestingly doing Sozin's comment part 2. And there is a Sozin's comment part 2. That's crazy. I think there's actually 4 parts of Sozin's comment. What I wrote on February 9th was this. Friday, February 9th, but it was 1:32 a.m. pretty much the next day, February 10th. And I said, we were out for way too long. Talked with Ash. It was good. Lots to do tomorrow as always. It's late. So good night. That's what I wrote. I don't know how to end this video. I don't know how to... I'll probably end it with a message. To whatever version of me comes back to watch this. And I'm not sad, I'm just tired. It's like 9 o'clock. I have to wake up at 4 o'clock. But yeah, keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Good night.